I'm Bailey from BBNJ Studios, and this is another 5-minute tip. Today's 5-minute tip is going to be showing you how to take your Ableton session into a live performance. So what I do first is I'll group all my sounds. So what I've done is I've started off with my bass, and then after that I've got my high drums, so my snares and my hi-hats, and all that sort of stuff. And then I've got my low drums, so my kicks and my toms. And I've got my synths, which will be like your mid-range kind of synthy sounds. And I've got my vocal backing tracks. And after that, I've got the two instruments I'll be playing live. So for this particular song, I'll be playing a drum pad and MIDI keys that'll have like a piano sort of sound. And then after that, it's pretty optional. Not many people use it, but if you want to use a click track, the way I go about that is I just import the audio track and then just make sure it's all synced up with the rest of the song. So your next step will be just soloing the group. So what I'll do first is just my bass. So once my bass is soloed, I'll go up and export the audio. So, and what we want to do, we just want to make sure that the bars all line up. So we'll start at 1, and I always allow just a little bit extra at the end. So we're going to bar 80, then we're going to hit export, and then we're going to go, just name it. So we'll name it live song bass, and then we're just going to hit save and export. And then so after that, we're going to do that with all the different tracks. Once all our tracks are exported, we're going to work out what we're going to play live and how we're going to do it. So what we'll do is we'll just select the instrument and then make sure it's grouped. Once it's grouped, we can just hit save, and then we'll just call it live song drum. And then we'll do the same with whatever else we're playing live. So once we've done that, we want to open up a new live set. Alright, once we've got our new set open, we're going to have it in this view. And then, so you just want to just create an extra couple of tracks. So we'll add some more tracks in, and then we want to find our audio. And then we're just going to start dragging them in. So we'll put these just in there on the top line. Once we've got our audio tracks in, we want to put our MIDI tracks in. So we're going to find them, and we're just going to drag them onto the MIDI line, and then same with the second instrument. Cool, so once that's in, we're going to go MIDI in, and then you'll find wherever you're getting your MIDI from will be up here. So if you're using a MIDI keyboard, it'll be selected from here, and same deal with drum pads and whatnot. And then so the next step is really dependent on how many outputs you have on your interface. So in my case, I have a Motu, which has 8 outputs. So I send all my different sounds to a different output to the front of house. For me, I just feel like that makes it a lot easier because the front of house engineer has a lot more control over what's happening, and you don't really have to change too much on the fly in the middle of your set. So to do that, what I do is I'll just go down to my audio 2 and I'll go external out, and I'll send each different sound to a different channel. So say I want my synths going out to channel 5 to the front of house, and then my hi-hats will be going out to channel 6, etc. So you just do that all the way through. And then so another thing, if you're using in-ears, the easiest way to do that would be using an auxiliary send. So what we'll do is we'll go up to, say, our reverb send, and we just need to make sure we get rid of the reverb, because if not, you'll just be getting a whole lot of reverb in your ears. So from there, that's all ready to go. We go over to our sends, and so we just choose however much of whatever we want to go through, because that's send A, that'll be our in-ears. So say I want that much synth, that much hi-hat, that much click going to my ears, and then we're going to go over to our ear track and go to our audio, external, and I have mine going out channel 8, usually for my in-ears, and so I can set the master level for my in-ears. Also, if you don't have an interface with multiple outputs, you can just do all your mixing and stuff from Ableton. So over here you've got full control over your different patches. This is the main reason that we want to use different, this is the main reason that we export in different categories. Yeah, so from there, all you're going to want to do is just hit play up here, and then your whole track should play.